guys, it's Sindy and Dave kicking it with the Clunkies. How are you, hon?
I'm great. How are you?
Wonderful.
What's going on?
It's sunny.
Oh my gosh.
It's 55.
We walk the dogs.
I know. We just got back from walking the dogs, and before dinner, we're like, hey, let's do a podcast and talk about some fun, exciting things happening in our lives. Our work hard, play hard, give hard episodes. And I guess I'm going to start with family, though, before we get into it, because I'm so excited for Colton. My son, 24, he just bought his own house.
That's awesome.
Thank you to Luke Martin, and who's been his rock in the mortgage, and has done everything to pre-approve this kid who's a W-9 kid. I mean, he works hard. I've never seen a kid hustle so hard. When he's done with gardening by Sindy, he's day trading on lunch hour or before, and then he's out door dashing during the surges during DoorDash. So I'm really, really impressed. When he was 15, he's like, I don't think I'm going to do baseball. He's like, I made the team. I don't even know if I'm going to try out. And so he doesn't even try out in his junior, senior year. Baseball, he was amazing, but again, he knew it wasn't going to be his career path. And you know what? He decided to save every single penny from all the jobs he's done since he's been 15. So, I'm just really, really impressed because a lot of people don't have that hustle, They don't get the clunkies. Like, why do you get...
So he works hard. He doesn't work hard, play hard yet. He doesn't
even drink. I know. So we come home Friday night. I know. I love it. We come home Friday night. He tells us his amazing realtor, Carrie, down the road. I want to give her a shout out too. I'll get all her contact information. But, he didn't want to go with somebody I knew. He wanted to do this all on his own. So... he goes out, finds a realtor, and that matched, what he was looking for. And, Luke in the mortgage set him up. And as a W-9 employee, it was tough for him to get a mortgage. So, but with his income, with the day trading, and then also gardening by Sindy, he did it and applied. He could get over a $300,000 loan. And and he was really smart with his money. So we went on an inspection today, and I was so excited for him. So, I'm really proud, and I think a lot with what Dave and I do and talk about, and how important it is to get your own place, and and make your own money, and have that responsibilities. I mean, I think it's great.
No, absolutely. No, that's awesome. I mean, when he told us Friday night, it's funny, it brought back memories of when I bought my first house, and it kind of made me, go back to that and think about it, and all the cool things. Like, you got to go out and, there are the dogs. Somebody's home. Colton might be home.
Yeah, Colton's home. We might have a special guest.
So, it just brought back all that stuff where, you got to go out and you got to buy all that stuff, and you got to do the improvements and stuff. So it's cool.
Colton's home, but he doesn't want to be a guest.
I didn't think he would. He's
know.
Probably, he's probably got to head over to Burger King and get somebody a
I know,
dinner
head DoorDash right
the
now.
Trailer park.
So yeah. But yeah. So anyways, congratulations to Colton. We're super proud, and for the process of that whole thing, I think he's done really, really well. So
he's rolling his eyes like his mother right now.
I know. Thanks, Dave. So anyways, work hard. What exciting thing do you know right now that's happening in our promo industry? I know there's tariffs and things like that, but tell us some excitement and what you think we can still do good, better, and best to help our customers.
Well, I'm not going to get too much into all the tariffs and everything, and I think a lot of that is, I don't think it's going to be something that's going to, be long-lasting and really destroy our business. I think it's going to change it. I was just talking today. We get a lot of people, because we sell obviously the apparel, and we sell, we do printing in-house. We do the apparel printing and decorating in-house. But we also, a huge part of our business is promotional products, all the pens and coffee mugs and all the stuff that you can get. We can source out millions of different products, and like I was saying last time, there's probably only 100,000 that are actually worth getting and that we'd want your brand to be associated with. But, it's been, we've watched, I was watching they had a webinar the other day about, the tariffs and how it's going to affect us. And, I don't know. I don't know how much it really will, because, we're going to have to be nimble in how we, source things and stuff like that. I mean, we were putting together a quote today. There was an online company that we compete with, quite frank with. Mm-hmm. We all know the name of the company, and we came with a better price.
I was so impressed that you did great research on that. That was awesome.
And it's just, I mean, we have our resources and we have our buying power through pro forma, but we were able to come at a better price. And a lot of those online companies will hide shipping in the price.
Oh,
and
yeah,
you'll
I
see,
saw that.
It's only $1.75, and then all right, you throw it in the cart, you upload your logo, and then all of a sudden shipping is $206. And like, I don't think I've ever paid $206 shipping anything that we've done. It just it probably should be at most $40 to ship what that was going to be. So it was kind of interesting to see how it's all shaken out and everything. And obviously, things are always going to change. What I say is, hey, we got to, no matter who the president is, no matter, what's happening out there. And I guess it's one of the benefits of being an entrepreneur, but I got to wake up and I got to do the same thing I had to do, when Bill Clinton was president, when George Bush was president, when Barack Obama was president, when Trump was president the first time, and Biden. I mean, we have to get up and we got to work hard. And that's,
Absolutely.
It always ebbs and flows around election time. Midterm time does the same thing. But it doesn't, you just got to work hard. You got to be out there, and people are always buying stuff. And you don't get fooled at what they say on the news. They give you the quick snippets of how much eggs are and, how much your avocado is going to be 75 cents more. Well, if you like the damn avocado, you're going to eat it, right?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Things change. And,
Right.
it sucks that groceries are so much, but I don't really want to get into that. But
it's going to be okay. And some of our suppliers, some of the, we do a lot of stuff in-house, but a lot of our suppliers, they're sending us emails. Hey guys, we're avoiding any tariff costs because sometimes we get things from Canada, China, Mexico, wherever it may be, and we're getting emails that they're not handing it over. So what I think is what I know about our company, being part of Performa and being part of this mothership, we get the best pricing in the world, and we can decide. They give us margins and what we should be, but friends and family and customers, and we do give that little bit of extra, because that means a lot. We're quoting things for, I love the Rainbow Connection, love. I have goosebumps right now. That organization, they give wishes to children with cancer, and my whole body, I have goosebumps right now. And then also we're quoting the VFW Post 334. Jim came in. He's a huge supporter of our business. And he comes in, and we're quoting some stuff for him. You know what? It's part of our, work hard, play hard, give hard. We change our margins for those folks.
Absolutely.
That's what makes us better than everybody else. I'm sorry, but I am, and I know I don't want to ever put my competitors down or anything like that, but I'm like, that's what it means about supporting local and supporting our local community. That's what we do, and that's why you should go with Right Hook.
Well, yeah, I had a guy yesterday that came in, and he wanted some polo shirts for a golf outing, and his son had passed away, and this was a memorial golf outing for him, and I give him the price of the shirts. He's like, "Can we do it for this?" I'm like, "Yes, we can do it for that."
I know.
And it's like, well, I know he's not out there trying to make money for it and stuff, but it was just, it was hey, let's give it back a little bit. And we got to make money. We're doing it. We're producing
Yeah,
it. We're buying it.
it's got to be a win-win.
It's got to be a win-win.
know?
But yeah, it's fun to work with people and helping organizations and things like that. But we're in a good position. I think things are. I'm pretty excited about where things are headed. We got a lot of good opportunities. There's a lot of uncertainty out there that, it's
Well,
it's
our
no lie.
customers are our friends, and I love that, and that's
Absolutely.
one of the best things. So I will apologize for all the noise in the background. We do have a little elderly dog here, Layla. She's 13, and her hearing and sight is going, and
Her hearing, but her barking's not going.
Obi's our rescue, and Layla, she's our little. So, anyways, I just got to do a little shout out for fostering and rescuing. But, so sorry for a little bit of the noise in the background. They love to scratch at the door. They want to go out and chase all the squirrels. Spring is here. And
like
Gardening Boss Cindy is getting it on. So, I'm so excited that we are starting our spring cleanup. So, Gardening by Cindy, I started this business. A funny story. Well, not really. I got laid off from the automotive industry probably about 6-7 years ago. And I put myself out on the chat room. And my friend Jerry Sylvain, he sees it. And he's like, Cindy, come on over. Let's do some landscaping. Well, in the meanwhile, I've met a couple partners. We started a business. We came here, Dave kind of came up with our name, and we started a business. And, I would never suggest partners. I mean, it's good for some people, not for most. I'll just say that. And, I learned a lot from that, relationships with those two ladies. Robin is amazing. She's been a mentor in my life, and I talked to her last week. She gave me some really good, helpful information. So I was really excited to hear from her. But Jerry reaches out to me. He's like, Cindy, come on over. And so that was my first job. And so I start landscaping at his house, and then COVID comes. Well, and I start my own business, Gardening by Cindy, and then COVID comes, and I'm like, you know what? I'm bored. I got to do something. You know me, super energy bunny. And I went back and got my master gardening through the Michigan State University. A wonderful, wonderful program. And, unfortunately it was online, but, it was really good to, go through that program just to make us a step up from, other landscapers and things like that. The things I learned was way above me. And, why do I need to know the spelling of the hosta and, in the, oh my God, what do I want to say? In the
Latin?
Latin, yes, thank
Latin.
you.
Well, that was the biggest binder I've ever seen in my life.
Dave is helping me with all the words. Plus, I needed to know the Latin word of a hosta, but the spelling. Everybody here in Michigan, we know our hostas. The deer eat them, and yeah. But anyways, I just want to give a shout out to Gardening by Cindy. We're starting our spring cleanup, and I brought on Colton last year as a partner, which was phenomenal. He loves math, and he's doing all the invoicing. We hired a bookkeeper. She's working with us this year. Thank you, Kelsey. And we're going to be bigger and better, and I'm excited for that. We're starting cleanup, so I'm just excited about the weather.
Awesome. Yeah. No, I know. It's coming. In fact, one of the neighbors came by yesterday. I was outside, and they're like, "Oh, Cindy's got to be happy about this weather." And it makes sense. You get earlier spring, you can get more spring cleanup jobs done.
Yep.
Absolutely. Because your spring stretches out.
Yep.
If you wait until if the weather doesn't break until the end of April, well, you're going to get that. But then 2 weeks later, you got to be planting flowers, right? So it's great for business to have some nice weather. So hopefully it sticks.
I know. I really hope so.
We're looking at there's still some ice here in the canal, but it's going. It's I wouldn't step on it. So give it a day or two. It'll probably be all gone.
Yeah. So we had a busy week already. It is only Tuesday night. And I'm like, how much have we done? A lot of networking. Anybody in the chamber? I love the chambers. What do you think about the chambers?
I love the fact that see, I think being in the chamber and being successful in the chamber is about going to the events and participating with an open mind, or with a mind of, I'm going to help, as opposed to a mind of, how many business cards and connections can I make, and how much business can I get?
Yep.
It's really all about being out there, helping, introducing yourself, helping other small businesses and businesses that are trying to make a name for themselves, helping them, identify and find their way. And I think that's, I love the chamber. We're in 3 chambers of commerce. We're in the Orion chamber, we're in the Rochester Hills chamber, and then the Auburn Hills chamber. And, some days I don't know where I'm going or, how I'm getting there, but, there's a lot of events, which is awesome. Those are 3. I've been in a lot of chambers. I've been in, out in Royal Oak and Birmingham. I tell you what, these 3 chambers are probably 3 of the best chambers I've ever been involved with, in the sense that they really care about, not saying the other ones don't, but they really care about lining you up with what you're looking for, I think.
Right. No, I agree.
Really caring about each individual member, not just caring about, their numbers, their membership numbers, and how many members they can get each year. And but they obviously want you to be a member and be involved in the community, but they want you to stay and they want you to get value out of it. So, no, it's exciting. I mean, we both had ambassador meetings today.
I know, and I was at the Auburn Hills ambassador meeting, and today we had an amazing meeting. We learned so much. I won't get into every single thing because, it's really long, but, Jean over at the Auburn Hills Chamber, and Courtney, and just all the folks over there, those ladies run an amazing stay to the agenda. They really feel the heartbeat of their community, and they really talked about their mission, their vision, and what they do, and they stand up and do it. And Jean said today, I got goosebumps. After 9 years, she said this is the best ambassador group that she's had, and we are all from different walks of life, but we're also there's 2 other chamber members that do what we do. And you know what? I learned more from them too. And I said, hey, one of the guys said, why don't we start like a peer group? Absolutely, because we can learn. We don't need all the business from everybody. I can learn something from these other 2 folks that do a little bit different than we do. And, it was really interesting, but we really talked about AI. I know. AI is phenomenal. I just uploaded a video. They knew exactly what I was going to say and played music to the background of my video within 2 seconds. I'm like, that's brilliant. So artificial intelligence. I mean, also I learned about, does anybody know what AGI means? Well, it's coming, folks. It's artificial general intelligence. I mean, I met Matt.
Go away. We don't need you anymore.
No. And people are scared of it, but it's the new thing, and you need to learn about it and be smarter about it.
You're right, because if we don't learn about it, we're just those old people that don't care about what's going on.
Exactly.
Just like the people when we were introduced to the internet back in the mid-90s, and our parents and grandparents were like, I don't know what this internet thing is. Be just like us if we said, I don't know what this AI thing is. I mean, but
it's
relative,
brilliant.
Right?
I mean, yeah. So the Auburn Hills Chamber, they're actually going to, one of the gentlemen, Matthew and Rick, 2 great people in my group, they're going to do an actual AI 101 on it. Because there's also ASI, which is even further along, and that's artificial super intelligence. It's by the Advertising Specialty Institute. And I don't even know enough about it, and I won't get into it, but it's the new upcoming thing, and just watch out for it. So I'm going to tell you guys more about that later in one of our other podcasts. But Auburn Hills, Jean, I'll give another shout out to her. You know what she does great at? She goes, Cindy, and she talks to each member. Who do you want to get a hold of?
Yeah.
And she did an introduction with me to next year, Julie, and it was great, I know you're an ambassador in the Orion Chamber, and we love it. This is our hometown. And Joyce and Jillian, I mean, they're fabulous.
Yeah, no, I love it. In fact, so we had a meeting today, kind of our kickoff every year. You kind of renew your commitment to being an ambassador, and that was our meeting today. And I tell you, the biggest takeaway that I have is, we've all gone to like networking events, and we walk into the room and we don't know anybody, and you kind of just stand there and you're like, God, could I just disappear? I know I have. I don't know about you, but more so when I was younger, I'd be like, oh, I'm so uncomfortable with somebody just come and talk to me, and I'll talk all day if somebody comes and talks to me, but I'm not going to walk up to somebody. And that's one of the big jobs of an ambassador, is to welcome those new members and to go up to them and say, hey, how's it going? I'm so and so. I'm an ambassador, and and just think how much that could change somebody's whole career, their whole entrepreneurial life, if somebody comes in and welcomes them and makes them feel comfortable to talk about what they do for a living, and maybe makes a few introductions to some of the other people in the room. So it's a big responsibility to be an ambassador, and it's something that I really want to commit to, because it's giving back to. I mean, we were all that person at one time that was brand new, that was so excited, that just started our business, that just was like so excited. I got all this. I got my business cards. I'm new at this, and now I got to go out and I got to meet people. And then you get there and you're scared to death. So, it's kind of cool to say, all right, well, we've been doing this now 25 years. Now we can help some people that are just starting off and kind of say, hey, you know what, it's.
I'm still nervous going into some of those meetings.
Well, yeah,
I walk in and I'm like, and I always gravitate to the people I know, because we know everybody here in Orion.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a wonderful community. Oh, shout out, May 1st, mark your calendars. It is our Orion Chamber ribbon cutting too. I hope to see all our friends, customers, family, everybody out there who supports us, and we'll have some amazing giveaways.
And the listener in Ireland, you're more than welcome to come out too. Looking at our stats, we've got some interesting places that people listen to us from. Ireland.
Maybe they know I'm Irish. That's
Ireland,
why.
Kansas. Kansas. It's interesting. Yeah.
Wow, I love it.
Well, I don't know who's that, but hey, thanks for listening, and yeah.
Yeah, so I want to give a shout out to the Rochester Chamber, to Nicole and Maggie over there. We go to Coffee Talk on Friday. Coffee Talk is a phenomenal concept. Anybody do matchmaking or that 2-minute, 5-minute dating, speed dating or whatever? Well, this is just like that. And you sit down, you get there at 8 o'clock, we're done by 10. They're on an agenda. I love it. And you go around, and usually you get 5 or 6 tables for about 15 minutes, and you go around and meet 6 people at a table times 5 tables. You get 30 people, and you do a 2-minute, intro about yourself. Real quick, yeah. But so this time I went and I actually showed products that we did. So I have these amazing commercial programs that Dave designed, how beautiful those are, and then some really nice merch. Even one gentleman, Jim, he's like, how do I get that hat? You know what? You know what I did? I threw it up in the air. He caught it. I'm like, that's how you get it. He loved what I did. And I'm like, well, you got this. And I appreciated him. He loved what I did. And, all about right hook. So anyways, I was excited about that. But the Coffee Talk is phenomenal over in that group. And then, also they do entrepreneur marketing, all these different organizations for your peer groups. And I go to an entrepreneur group, and there's probably 20, 25 of us. And, we talk about different things. I think it's brilliant. So
absolutely. I mean, like I was saying, chambers have really come far, I think, and they all learn from each other. They all see what works, and they all do things a little differently. But it's really about the members. It's not about the chamber. The chamber is the mechanism to kind of pull all these people together, and it's cool to see, and it's great to see familiar faces. Like I said though, when I first started in Chambers, I mean, it was all about going to a 5 o'clock happy hour at Mr. B's and trying to, it was boring. There was no like structure to it, and you got to have purpose to it. Otherwise, it's just, you just talk to the people you know. So, I love the coffee talk. What a great concept.
Yeah. Well, so I signed us up. Maybe you don't know yet.
Probably don't, but it's probably going to pop up on my calendar, whatever it is.
Exactly. So our friend Matt Deary over at Q5 and, love
Financial
Matt
Architects.
And Financial Architects.
Great friend. Great. Matt's the best.
He is.
Matt's teaching us a lot about this podcasting gig here too.
Yeah, he's a networker. So he hopefully he's going to do our intro for us. And anyways, he said on March 20th through his Troy Chamber, love to have us out and go to an event at 8:30 a.m. So that'll be on our calendar. So just FYI, that'll be coming up. So we're going to check out the Troy Chamber. And my background's a lot of automotive. I've been in the automotive industry for about 30 years. There's a lot of automotive component or companies out there, Bearmala, so I won't mention every one of it and bore everybody, but there's so many wonderful automotive companies out there. So I love to kind of get in that realm of things, and I'm excited to, because I think I bring really good merchandise, promo, and all that advice that I think really enhances how they can sell their brand to Ford, GM, Chrysler, all those folks.
We worked in that, so you needed that when you worked in it, so you know what the deal is. So.
Yep, and then also I love the Oxford Chamber. So we did some shirts and stuff for them last year. So we're gonna go up there and visit them. Great, just a really good community. I feel like I'm family when I go up there. It's the police, the fire. It's like, I don't know. It's just, it feels at home. So we're going to come up and visit you too. So anyways, we love the Chambers. Love to do a shout out for all of you guys and really appreciate you supporting Right Hook and everything we do. So so I know we're going to kind of wrap it up here because my stomach's growling.
Well, we haven't talked about anything playing hard, have we?
Oh.
What's coming up? What's coming up in that respect?
How about St. Patrick's Day?
What's coming up?
All right. I think I'm 45% Irish. So
45, really?
All right, maybe it's 25. I don't know. I'm gonna have to. All right.
Well, as it gets closer to the day,
as it gets closer.
So yeah, maybe you
No. Everybody says that, but nope. I'm pulling up my DNA right now. I know I was 1%. And you know what? I don't know if you guys ever do this, but it changes. All of a sudden, they'll send you an updated. Oh, wow, we reformulated things. And yeah, because I'm like 1% Mexican, 1% American Indian, and a lot of Eastern Europe, Scottish, and Irish. So we're excited. My friend Nicole, you know what? One good thing we do, we don't do this a lot for people, but we're really good at it. 1 day turnaround. I know. Okay, I'm sorry I said it. I know. But, I know, Dave's over here having a heart attack.
Like
but you know what?
Right now.
I know. But I'm like, you know what? If you're willing to pay for it, and we do this for friends, family, good organizations, but my girlfriend Nicole over there, she works so hard at Triva, her and Misty, and they're going down for St. Patty's Day down in my hometown, St. Pete. And I'm like, yep, absolutely. So shirts are arriving tomorrow morning. We're going to put a logo on those. They're going to pick them up at 5 o'clock. They're flying down tomorrow, and they're going to be happy.
So if we don't get them done, we got to personally deliver them.
I do.
Okay.
Well,
you do?
I don't know.
It's a lot. I should probably help you.
So, no. So, all right. But I'm going to do that. And ladies, you're going to do a shout out for us. Expect to see all my beautiful friends in St. Pete without me. but they're going to look fabulous and they're going to show off their shirts. So,
Of course.
but anyways, yes, can we do same day service? Absolutely. That brings us way and above. Are you going to have to pay a rush fee? Absolutely. But you know what? We are here for you, and we're going to make you and your clients look fabulous.
Well, I think that's the thing too. I mean, we didn't always have the flexibility to do something like that. We used to be, all right, we got to order minimums. Oh, we got to line up a decorator to screen print the shirts, or we got to, But we really can turn on a dime. And even if something that somebody wants, like you did a bunch of, it was for a chamber event last week. You did a bunch of notebooks for someone, and they didn't know they needed to have come up with something, and you came up with a bunch of ideas.
I know.
And
yeah,
and
I'll
then you
give
put
a
it
shout.
together.
I know. Well, thank you.
So-
I mean, I worked hard at that, and even late at night, I don't care.
It was brought up at the meeting today. They said how they appreciated it, and
That's
did a
wonderful.
shout out to Right Hook. But yeah,
All right, let's give a shout out to Sarah Zach. So she is an amazing CEO and founder of MI Prime Health. And you know what? They have this wonderful treatment. Her nurse came, and I won't get into all her business because I don't know enough about it, and I don't want to misspeak. I think my martini's
Mrs.
kicking
who?
in. I know.
Miss
So,
Clark?
but no, lovely ladies. And yeah, did she ask me Tuesday night, hey, I want something for International Business Day, International Women's Business Day. But yeah, absolutely. Kind of came up with some ideas that day. We got them on Thursday. Thank you to Brandon, who, and Carolyn, who came up with the stickers and the design, and we all put it, she had them, and they were on the tables for the wonderful event at the Orion Chamber Women's International Party. So
Sometimes it's just about having something.
no, absolutely. And it looked beautiful on the table. How the colors and how it formulated with all her trifolds and everything like that. So anyways, you know what? That's what we do.
We make
And
companies look outstanding.
absolutely. How do you stand out? So work hard, play hard,
Yeah.
and give hard. So yeah, I mean, we'll wrap it up with this. I just want to give a shout out again to our chamber, networking groups, and everybody that supported Right Hook. It's been a great couple of weeks here, so I'm excited where our future's going, and my stomach's growling.
So we got back to working hard. We're really working hard more than we're playing hard. So
Oh
but
wait,
maybe that's it.
okay. So we're gonna play hard, and we'll talk about this next podcast. But yeah, we're headed down to St. Pete towards the end of the month. Why? It's Dave's birthday, and it's our customer's first anniversary. Tiki Tim's, we love you guys. Shawnee and Tim down there. Wow. What they have done in a year. We're going to talk about, all next podcast, let's talk about 10 customers who outbrand themselves. Like, I got goosebumps right now. Like how she comes from Delaware. I've never met anybody from Delaware, but her crab, oh my God, the Benedict, phenomenal.
Crab cake
So we're making these amazing blue crab shirts that Dave designed with the help of Carolyn. They both, collaborated, and we'll send out some pictures and put that on our next post. But you know what? We're going to go down in a couple weeks. We're going to have a tiki bar crawl and go and support all the local businesses down there. Dave just saw an event pop up, and I was inviting all our Florida friends to it. So
Yeah, I'm not the biggest birthday guy like Cindy is, but all of a sudden I see that there's a tiki bar crawl for Dave's birthday.
who doesn't love a tiki bar crawl?
So I commented, "Who's Dave?"
So yeah, well, it's been a wonderful day. It's March 11th. Shout out to a bunch of birthday friends. My girlfriend Lori, it's her birthday. We went to high school, kindergarten together. We were in Girl Scouts together. So Lori Collins, happy birthday. I know there's a bunch of other birthdays, Lynn, and but we'll give a shout out. But yeah, I just want to kind of say, please spade or neuter your pets, and also think about fostering before going to breeders.
Puppy Mills, right?
Yeah, Puppy Mills. So, anyways, on a positive note, my favorite part of the day was this podcast.
Awesome.
Dave?
Me too. Yeah, I love this podcast. Had a couple of great conversations today, and actually, we're gonna go grab something to eat, so that might be my favorite part of the day too.
We don't know where we're going, but we'll give a shout out to your business next time.
Sorry, we're not going to Tiki Tim's tonight.
We're here
1,200
in
miles away,
in Lake
but we
Orion,
will
Michigan.
soon.
But anyways.
That cheesesteak is out of this
Oh
world.
yeah. Yeah, not just her crab cakes or cheesesteak. So anyways, it's Kicking It with the Clonkies with Sindy and
Dave.
And we appreciate you listening. Have a fabulous day and be kind, genuine, and
Rewind. Be
Rewind.
kind and rewind.
There you
Remember
go.
that?
Yep.
All right. Take care.
Bye.